Happy Friday. We made it through. We did a full week together. I'm really back at the same time. So I think the best is going to be like 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. It seems like more of you are on here anyways. So that's going to be the plan. I am going to try to stay going live next week. I'm going to be at my sister's in upstate New York, so I literally don't know where I'm going to do this. It may be in her barn. Actually, I'm going to have to pack a band. Okay, we're going to figure this out. But today we're going to do a standing workout because we haven't done it in a while and I just got Botox and I don't really want to lay down. So we're going to do some standing moves. Plus, this is good if you do not have a mat. So I'll probably be doing some of these next week as well because I won't have a mat. And it's good if, you're in a space where you're like, ew, I don't want to touch the ground, or like you just don't have a mat. So we're going to stay standing for the whole workout. I'm going to be using a set of 5 pounds today. And let's go ahead and begin with the warm-up, our usual warm-up. So every exercise we do is going to be 30 seconds long. It's always about form, never about speed. So let's begin with elbow to knee tucks. 3, 2, 1. Elbow to knee tucks just like this. So I'm waking up my abs because I'm bringing my chest to my knee, just like this. Chest to knee, chest to knee. Crunch and twist, crunch and twist. So we're always working on form. We're never working on speed. Maybe some days, but not today. Crunch and twist, crunch and twist. Like this. Let's get some good mornings. We're going to hinge at the hips. 3, 2, 1. So it's like a RDL movement, but we don't have weights. So we are just stretching and warming up our hamstrings. You have 3 hamstrings in each leg. Hinge, back up. You can get nice and deep with it. I only have a micro bend in my knees, notice. So we really get that pull in the back of the legs. Shoulders are back, belly's tucked in. Squats in 3, 2, and 1. Weights in my heels, sitting back and down. 20 seconds. Chest is staying up. 15. Back and down. 10 seconds. Last one. Arm circles back in 3, 2, 1. So big circles back, stretching out the chest, squeezing the shoulder blades together, keeping a bend in the elbows. Relax the neck and switch direction in 3, 2, and 1. So like you're swimming, big circles here. So now I'm waking up my shoulders, my upper chest a bit. Last one. Let's get this warm up one more time through. Elbow to knee tucks, like this. See, so notice I am driving my chest to my knee, waking up the core. Nice and slow, 15 more seconds. Elbow to knee, 10 seconds. Squeeze those abs. And good mornings in 3, 2, 1. So feet are hip width apart, hinging down, driving back up. Hinge, back up. Deep breaths. Squeezing the glutes at the top to kind of complete the movement without thrusting the hips forward. 15 seconds. Keeping our deep breaths. And arm circles back in 3, 2, 1. So big circles. Don't go with momentum. We're keeping these nice and controlled. Nice and controlled. 5 seconds. Let's switch direction. 3, 2, 1. Like we're swimming. Look how much I'm pulling my elbows back behind. Open up that upper body. All right, guys, we're going to get started. You know what we forgot? I forgot squats. Let's get those in. 3, 2, 1. Let's squat it out. Can't forget our squats. Squatting it out. And then we're going to get started by grabbing our 5s. We have a standing workout today, not coming down to the ground, but we're still going to cover full body in 15 seconds. 10. Weights in the heels. And 5. Let's grab those 5s in 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to start with a sumo squat now. So I'm going to get even wider, toes turned out, knees in line with toes. Look how wide my knees go. We're going to alternate a press. Knees must stay in line with toes. So if I want to come back in a little bit just to make sure of that, you're going to notice if you did have any at all knee pain, once they are in line with toes, you're fine. And last one, we're going to stay in our sumo. We're going to drive the arms down, press up and through, and pull down. This is kind of like a posture move. You want to think about pulling down with the lats. And also, like if you had your arms against a wall and you pull them down and kind of open up the chest. Up and through, pull it down. So it's a little bit of mobility, full body. Pull it down, and we're gonna stay still in the sumo squat. I'm gonna rack the weights here nice and light, I know, but we're gonna go heel raise, heel raise. So it looks funny, you're still keeping most of your weight back, just raising those heels. 15 seconds. So we're engaging those calves. Hips are still back, right? Knees are not coming past your toes. Okay, next, let's get a reverse lunge shoulder raise. So I'm gonna send my right leg back and raise with my shoulders. We're gonna alternate, raise. So I'm only raising up 90 degrees. If you have no weights either, no mat, no weights, you can grab something heavy. That adds up to about 5 to 10 pounds. Small child, some wine, whatever. Okay, next we're gonna go RDL curl press. So this is similar to our good morning, right? I'm just hinging at the hips. Curl, narrow press. So since this is so light, we really are treating it more of a stretch. Down, curl, narrow press. My elbows stay in, nice and tight. In, nice and tight. Okay, next, I really like this move. I'm wide, but my toes are completely forward because I'm doing a wide RDL, rack it, deep squat. So again, wide, kind of good morning movement. Here's a side view. So it's wide, we're gonna get those outside hamstrings, squat. Down, up, really small movement here. Okay, next, drop a weight. We're gonna go side lunge, reach to the opposite ankle, curl, and drive the knee up for balance. So focusing on balance by squeezing your abs here. Down. Now remember, with a side lunge, you're not turning your knee out. We don't want this. Toe forward, butt back. This is meant to really be felt in the glutes, and a side lunge is great to do with really heavy weight when you're looking to build size in the glutes. Other side, 3, 2, 1. Down, curl. Find your balance. So, curl, hold till your balance is there, then reset nice and wide. And down. 10 seconds. Last one. So good. Okay, amazing. Let's do some more upper body. We're gonna get a little row kick back, drop down 90 degrees, kick back and down. So with both movements, your elbows stay nice and tight by your sides. Up, kick back, here, and down. 15 seconds. Kick back, down. So good. Last one, and down. We're gonna get some punches now. So hands are gonna start at the face. I'm gonna jab, cross, hook, hook. So a jab is a long punch, jab, cross is a long punch, hook around, hook around. Jab, technically you wanna drop your thumb towards the floor for those distance punches. Hook is like a hug, like a hug. Jab, cross, hook, hook. So all punches come from the core, right? So tuck your belly into your spine like this. As you punch, punch, round, and round, right? We're not arching our backs while we do anything. Abs are super engaged. That's why boxing is so great for the abs. Punch, punch, hook, hook. All right, let's get some abs. Just gonna drop a weight, and we're gonna do a little cross crunch, elbow to knee, just like we did in the warm-up, followed by an oblique crunch. Cross and obliques. Cross and squeeze, obliques. You could be doing this with a wine bottle, like the COVID days. Just want something heavy, but not too heavy because you're going high rep. And we're just looking to tone. Make sure you're not swinging back and forth. We don't want to use momentum. Switch sides. 3, 2, and 1. Crunch, elbow to knee. Crunch, elbow to knee. 20 seconds. 15 seconds. Elbow to knee. Almost done. Okay, more standing abs. So every time I drive my knee up, crunch with both hands. So lots of standing crunching. Notice my elbows staying in and framing my knee. 20 seconds. 15. Make sure you're not arching your back. So if anything, you're tucking in, you're slightly rounding your spine. So the opposite of like the good mornings and those things that we were doing, because we're trying to use your abs. Okay, look at that. We can stretch. We have a full minute of stretching. I guess we're not coming down, so we have to be creative. We're gonna do triangle stretch. Right toe out to the side. Pull it down. We wanna stay moving since we're just doing this for a minute, and then we have round 2. So don't say anything too long. We're not trying to be static with our movements yet. Let's bring it down, drop the upper body, sway side to side. Come up nice and slow. Swing out the arms now straight. 30 seconds before we get into round 2. Palms face the ceiling, palms face the floor. Hamstring stretch, 1 foot in front, 1 foot back, like you're gonna sprint. Just don't bend the knees. You can kind of like bend them as you move, but to get that hamstring stretch, you wanna keep them pretty straight. Okay, guys, this one's moving quick, so we're gonna get right into our sumo squat with our alternating presses. Round 2 and 3, 2 and 1. Remember, knees in line with toes, no matter what. Breathe. 15 seconds. We're gonna keep this sumo squat for our pull downs. 3, 2, and 1. So drop them down, bring it through, drive it down. Get a little lower, pull it down. So you do want to be doing this in front of a mirror or somewhere where you can see that your arms aren't crooked and they're exactly the same. Coming down as best you can. And up, through, down. Okay, we're gonna stay in our sumo. Rack the weights. Heel raises, up and up, 30 seconds. Activate those calves. Just make sure your knees aren't coming over those toes. So you're still sitting back as much as you can. 15 seconds. 10. Breathe. Reverse lunge shoulder raises now in 3, 2, and 1. Raise as you come back. Watch that front knee. Keep it 90 degrees, right? Your knees aren't coming forward past your toes. They stay back, which means you do have to step far enough back. Keep breathing. 10 seconds. Just like this. Last one. Dropping a weight, we've got our side lunge. So big step to the side, toe forward, curl, hold. Really find that balance. Curl, hold. So good. Until you find your balance, you don't come down. So you hold, then you're down. Big step to the side, same thing. Toe forward. You don't want to go so far to the side that you have to turn the knee out, because then the weight starts going like this. We don't want to come past the toe. Okay? So rule of thumb is just press into that heel and curl. Are you guys doing this with me at home? I hope so. Boom, curl. 10 seconds. Last one. Let's get our deadlift. Okay, RDL. So deep stretch down, curl, narrow press. Narrow press. Trying not to arch the back at all. Keep a nice neutral spine. Down, up, and press. And push. So good. Okay, arms. Let's row and kick it back. Remember, elbows are nice and tight. So again, this is similar to the good morning positioning where you're doing deadlifts as well. It's kind of like that, not arched spine, but neutral spine. Row squeeze, kick back and down. Remember, we're not rounding. It's the worst thing you can do here. You want to keep a nice neutral spine. And great. Okay, we have our punches. Hands up. Remember, I'm going to pivot the back foot as well to really get the hips into it. Jab, cross, punch, punch, using the hips. So punching and overall boxing is such a good workout. It does not make the upper body bulky, especially because you usually are not holding fives. It just helps you use your abs and use your hips as well. So cross, I'm gonna jab, cross, hook, hook. Jab, cross, use the back foot, use the back foot. Jab, cross, hook, hook. Keep going, we have 15 seconds. Jab, cross, hook, hook. We love it. Hook and hook. Dropping a weight. Okay, we're almost done. Oblique crunch for core, cross crunch for center core. Obliques, core. Make sure you're squeezing your abs. You will not feel this if you don't actually squeeze the abs. They're a very stubborn muscle group because we use them all the time. So with standing abs, in order to feel them, you need to squeeze. Squeeze. Other side, 3, 2, and 1. Crunch, like this, and that. Crunch. Boom. Try not to swing. Make sure you're squeezing your abs. Squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze. 10 seconds. And last one. All right, both weights. We're going for the standing crunches. 3, 2, 1. Crunch. Crunch. Deep breaths. Crunch. So good. Just like this. 10 seconds. And crunch. We are done in 2 and 1. Let's go ahead and stretch. But right, we are standing, so we're gonna get the same ones, sliding it down, pulsing it out. Other side. So we're getting our adductors right now. Let's get our hamstrings again. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Stretching out the front hamstrings, guys. The stretch is part of our workouts. We're not done yet. Stretch it out. Oh yeah. Woo. Okay, standing IT band stretch. Since we got the inner leg, let's get the outer. So I'm gonna push down on my knee. So I've bent my right leg so I can allow my ankle to rest on it. And I'm gonna push my left knee towards the floor. Deep breaths. Other side. Sitting down, back into it. Push the knee towards the floor. Keep breathing. Oh man. Sumo. I'm gonna come down, put my elbows inside the inside of my knees, and you can kind of rock gently side to side, just a tiny, tiny bit. And pop it up nice and slowly. We can get our little ragdoll pose. Drop the head totally. Swing side to side, really drop the head. Exhale. Coming back up, let's bring our hands behind and open up our chest. Coming back up. We're gonna swing out the arms, palms facing down. Look, we never had to sit once. Palms facing up. Breathe. And arms overhead and down, overhead and down. This felt like one of the quickest ones. Let's get a neck roll only to the left side and to the right side. We're not going to do full extension into the spine, just side to side, nice and slow. Let's roll the shoulders back. And again, we're not really counting reps with this, kind of just as many as you want. You can also always do this workout 2 times through for a full 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Elbows go forward. One thing you're gonna do is tuck your belly in, squeeze, and you're gonna twist. Now, you always get a little back crack with this if you really do it right by tucking in. If you're arching your back, it's not gonna work. Tuck in and twist, 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 twist. Let's get some hip circles. Big circle. Think actual circle. It's always good if you have a mirror to be watching yourself. Big circles. And I know we've been doing our hip flexor challenge, and I know I said we're not going to come to the ground, so you don't have to do this with me, but we've been doing it every day. So it's your low lunge, nice and low. Push that left knee as far back as you can and open up the hips here. Push the hips forward gently, and when you're ready, reach up and back. The more you do this stretch every day, the more you're going to loosen up your hips. You're going to have more mobility in your hips and your overall body. Oh my gosh, they are tight today. They get very tight if you run a lot as well. Push the right hips forward. I just found out I'm running a half marathon in a month, so I got to get these hip flexors right. So we're going to do a lot of running exercises and workouts. That'll be fun. Not actually running, but like kind of prep for being a good runner. So you want to have strong glutes. When you're a runner, you want to have strong hips. All right, guys. So you're not seeing me this weekend, but next week I will be back at it. I'm going to figure out where I'm going to do it, Monday through Friday, but we will do it. We'll probably still be around the same time. Could also be very much a different time. I'll let you guys know. You don't seem to have a problem with it. Okay, see you guys next week. Bye.